If your name is Isaiah and you play for the Oklahoma City Thunder, chances are you are having a career year this year. And that is exactly what is happening this year with Isaiah Hartenstein and Isaiah Joe. Not only is each Isaiah playing the best basketball of their careers individually, but the one thing I want to look at in this video is how well they work together in tandem. Now, I have to admit, I'm an Oklahoma City Thunder fan through and through and have went to almost every home game this year. And being able to watch these two work together in two-man game has been such a joy to watch. So let's dive into it. The way the Thunder use Hartenstein and Joe on the same floor together is primarily an early offense via handoffs and backdoors. As you see in this specific clip here, this is one of the most prominent ways Joe is used in the Thunder offense with Hartenstein. Joe is going to pass the ball to Hart and immediately come off shoulder to shoulder for a handoff. The problem is if you see Joe's defender Malik Beasley, he's going to chase and now be behind a 43% three-point shooter in Isaiah Joe. I also want you to pay attention to Hartenstein's defender Jalen Duren. Look at how far he is playing off. A lot of Hartenstein defenders are going to be in drop coverage because not too many people are going to play him out on the perimeter. This allows Joe to come off, and he's become so good at setting his feet, rising up for an uncontested three. The Thunder do such a good job of running a lot of their action with Hartenstein at the top of the key or on the perimeter. Hartenstein and Joe have an innate ability to play off of each other and know where the other one is and react to the defense. Joe is running off a lot of these Hartenstein rubs or handoffs, if you will, and setting his feet without fading to the left or right, and that has become such a key part of the Thunder's second unit offense. With a lot of these as well, I want you to pay attention to how good of a job Hartenstein does at standing firm and making contact with Joe's defender. Joe also does a great job of coming off shoulder to shoulder with Hart. This doesn't work if he does not do that. This gives the defender no space to try and get skinny and cut Joe off or get back in front. If the defender is able to chase over the top of the handoff, Isaiah Joe will wrap around Hartenstein, immediately cut the corner, and have the edge for a layup. When we break down this clip here, we see Joe's defender is tight on him all the way to the point of the handoff, and Thomas Bryant, Hartenstein's defender, is going to play very high as well. If you see, this will create a little pocket right here for Hartenstein to pass the ball to Joe, leading Joe to an easy mid-range shot. Hartenstein will use this as a counter when teams decide to play him higher on the perimeter than normal and chase Joe closer to the point of the handoff. This leads to a lot of easy close-range shots and layups for Isaiah Joe. If teams decide to overplay and deny Joe on a lot of this early action offense, Joe does such a great job of setting his defenders up and cutting backdoor for easy layups. This is where Hartenstein's passing, which is the most underrated part of his game, really comes into play. This really reminds me of Hartenstein and Donte DiVincenzo during his time with the Knicks. If you see in these next two clips versus the Blazers, Joe, who makes his defenders respect his three-point shot so much now, has almost become unpredictable with these setups. This action is going to make the big, Donovan Clingan, come up to help off the handoff. But look at how Shadon Sharpe is guarding Joe. Look at all this space backside that Joe has now. Joe is going to read his defender, who is going to jump into denial, and immediately cut back door, knowing there's no help, and get an easy look. Thunder run the same action just a few plays later, and look at how tight Jeremy Grant is guarding Hartenstein. This leaves no backside help, and Joe is going to see his defender shade him away from the handoff. I want to point out two things very quickly. One, this only works a lot of the times if your center is the passer. If Hartenstein was off this action in the corner, his defender could easily sag off and help off the handoff because Hartenstein isn't a three-point threat. And secondly, Hartenstein is an amazing passer, as we have seen all season long, and with this pass specifically, he is going to lead Joe out in front, allowing him to be in stride when catching and finish the layup. I think these two have perfected this action and has really highlighted how good of a passer Isaiah Hartenstein really is. Lastly, the Thunder have amazing basketball players and ball handlers that get doubled off ball screens all the time. This again highlights Joe and Hartenstein's connection and how willing of a passer Hartenstein is. With this clip here, They're going to double J-Dub off the ball screen, and Hartenstein short rolls into the high post and receives the ball. This automatically allows the Thunder to play a numbers game on the backside. It's now 3-on-2 here, and when Hartenstein has the ball in his hands this low, he's a threat to score or pass the ball. And as we see here, he hits Isaiah Joe for a corner three, and he knocks it down. So much of the offense with Shea off the floor revolves around Hartenstein touching it in some form or fashion and making a play or being a connector for the Thunder role players. He's a great team chemistry guy and is willing to do whatever it takes to win, and as we see here, Isaiah Joe has that same trait. I just wanted to highlight these two guys because they've been such a joy to watch this season, and I appreciate anybody who's watched this video so far. I appreciate anyone who's taken time to watch any of my other videos as well. I hope you guys are enjoying these breakdown videos. More are going to be coming, and we're just getting started here, so just let me know in the comments your thoughts and who you want to see next, and please hit that subscribe button before you leave. I appreciate y'all.